Well, a chilling new call for Jihad, a new English-speaking magazine published by Al-Qaeda featuring how-to articles on bomb making and also suggests targets such as Las Vegas casinos. And the publication implies an attack is imminent. Captain Pete Hegseth is the CEO of Concerned Veterans for America and a Fox News contributor. So disturbing information that is in this article. It's English in terms of the Al-Qaeda magazine, but it actually lists specific targets in addition to instructions.
That's right.
What do you take from this?
A 9-page spread, how to make a bomb in the kitchen of your mom. Not so a light title for something incredibly serious. Specific targets in the United States, from Times Square to Las Vegas, specific military academies, as well as the manufacturer of our Reapers and drones, General Atomics, a very specific company in San Diego that makes a lot of the weaponry we use to hit radical Islamists in remote locations. So they're very specific about where they're going for spectacular attacks and a demonstration that they can hit us here at home. This is Al-Qaeda in the Arabian Peninsula, an offshoot of Al-Qaeda. And we don't know whether this is a projection of a real targeting, a real understanding of an attack, or just something they're bloviating about with a magazine. Either way, it has to be taken very seriously.
Well, we also understand the rivalry between Al-Qaeda and ISIS here and ISIL. So when those two units actually come together again or compete where their victory is our demise, we're in trouble, aren't we, Pete?
We really are. It's a race to the bottom, because now Al-Qaeda's got the new kid on the block is ISIS. They've gained ground and have a lot of momentum, a lot of swagger. Al-Qaeda has to demonstrate that they're still capable of hitting where they need to hit. And, you know, I'm from Minnesota, and the segment you just did is two folks from Minnesota going to Syria and going to Iraq to be a part of that jihad. They're looking for those lone wolves, those disaffected Americans, Canadians, Britons, others who could execute this attack. And an English-speaking magazine like this that gives you the instructions and the targets alongside the motivation has to be taken very, very seriously.
Inside General Atomics, what are they saying?
Well, I need to talk to the CEO today, and I actually will. Their security measures are obviously going to be heightened at this point. But they make the Reapers and the drones, the specific equipment our men and women use to target these folks. So this is a very, very vivid demonstration of how specific they are with wanting to hit us in our capabilities in a military sense, not just random terrorism.
Let's talk specifics and why the president has not gotten specific on ISIS and his plan as it relates to Syria, and now Al-Qaeda sort of stepping up the competition.
It goes back to he lives in the world the way he wants to see it, as opposed to the world the way it is. The way he's litigated this war on terror has to do with his belief that America pulling back makes the violence less likely. Now he's been confronted with 6 years of facts, of reality, from Benghazi to Syria to Iraq to Afghanistan, of that when America pulls back, the world gets more dangerous. He can't, it just sort of like does not compute. And so changing course is a very difficult thing for a leader to do. He's got to, because the threat is so imminent.
Why would he make the same mistake as some have asserted 2012 was a huge mistake not to get involved in Syria, our moderates? Why would he be willing to risk that again?
He makes the mistake because he's very wedded to a specific ideology, a specific perspective, and is unwilling to recognize the nature of the enemy, an evil enemy, and say it needs to be defeated. Instead, he sticks to his we can negotiate policy, which hasn't worked because it's the only perspective he's got.
Captain, we thank you for being with us.
Thank you.
Today. Straight talk from you, always. Coming up, illegals enrolling in our schools, but there's a big problem. They're not all kids. I'm not kidding.
There were people with graying temples, hair around the temples. There were people with more wrinkles than I have around their eyes.
One major exposing the problem that goes way beyond the border. And